So remember that there are very definite viewing techniques. Now, the first viewing technique, and look, I'm not going to go into this in great detail because, look, there are other letting agents out there and estate agents out there, and I'm not going to give all of my training that I've ever gone through with my teams away because that's what separates us and elevates us a little bit from the competition. Hey, don't get me wrong, other letting agents are fantastic at other things. Some agents are better than us at certain things. We're better at certain things than other agents. That's business. But on this thing, I have done a lot of mystery shopping and a lot of testing, and we are better than most at this. So here's a couple of those tips. Bearing in mind, you are doing 5 viewings, right? When that tenant walks into the property, let them walk around and lead the way and tell them that at the beginning. So you say, and I quote, I'll let you lead the way, walk into any room you want in whatever order you want. I'll follow you and I'll answer any questions and try and help you as much as I can. What does that do? Number one, it allows the tenant to feel like they're looking at this as their home. You're not in front of them distracting their vision or distracting them from other things. You are allowing them to take the lead and see the things that they want to see. And then if you let them lead around, you just follow and you always stay out the way. If you go into a room with that tenant, do not stand in the doorway once they're coming back out. You have to create a feeling of space for them. So there's a way to do that. If you watch a boxing match, actually, prime example, watch a boxing match or MMA or anything like that and watch the referee. The referee moves around in a way that gives the boxers the maximum amount of space in that ring or in that octagon. So follow that. You go into a room with people, you move around so that they have the most space. Next bit is to only speak when you're spoken to, but there is a little bit of a caveat to that. If you speak all the time, if you're a person that goes in trying to sell a property, then you're not allowing the tenant to see the things that they need to see. You're not allowing them to think about the things that are in your property, where they would put the sofa, where they would put the bed, what things they could have up in the wall. If you're constantly talking, they can't think of things for themselves. So remember that, because I tell you what, I've been on some viewings with some agents and they don't know I'm an agent, and it's unbearable the amount that they talk and try and sell to me. Now, I know I talk a lot. Hey, I could beat Rob Moore's record of 47 hours as a public speaker. I'm sure of it. But some of these people just waffle on and on and on and on and on. And sometimes I'm going out looking at investment properties and they put me off. And I have to try and see past all their waffle and bullshit to try and get to that point where I'm seeing things that I want to see and I'm concentrating on the things that I want to concentrate on. So shut up is I guess what I'm saying. However, you do also need to mention, and I use the word mention, is vital there. The word mention is vital there. Mention the key features of the property in each room. And I'll give you an example. You don't need to point out that this is a lounge or this is a kitchen. You could point out that the double glazed windows were installed 3 years ago. The boiler has been serviced every year. It's a 1-year-old boiler, right? The make of kitchen is X. The make of blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? Mention a key feature. Do not point out the obvious. People know they've walked into a lounge. They can see it's a wallpapered wall or a plastered wall. They can see there's a feature fireplace. They can see that it's floorboarded. Hang on, wooden floors. Easy. So only speak when spoken to, but do mention the key features of the property. Lastly, give the tenants or the viewers some time to be alone, right? And here's a great tactic. You'll love this. If you are walking around, I'm just going to say a house. If you're walking around a house with a potential tenant and they walk into the kitchen and they particularly liked the kitchen, finish the viewing in that room and let them have a decision and have a talk amongst themselves in that room that they liked the most. And say, hey, look, do you know what? I'll go and wait by the front door, have a little talk amongst yourself, give us a shout when you're finished. And then go. Let them talk in the room they liked the most.